Hello, I'm IBXToyCat, and welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about the next big update for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation. We're currently calling it Title Update 25, and I do get all of these questions from the comments down below of last week's video. So if you want to leave any questions for next week's video, please leave them in the comments from this video, and also while you're down there, please do like the video. If you do like it, it helps out the channel a lot. And before we get into the main video, I do want to quickly point out that the Book and Quill was the most recently announced feature, the only one this week, but that really does show that they're committed to making this next update a really cool one, and probably even catching up with the PC. And that's really cool because it means that the next update's gone from being something I'm excited about to something I've been really excited about, and I think you should be too, because we're probably seeing it this summer at some point, I would most likely imagine. But anyway, let's get into the first question, which comes in from MAA Gaming, and they ask, do you think console will be ahead and the PC will start copying the console? And the answer to this one is yes and no at the same time. So basically, this next update is catching the console up to the PC, 1.8 where it is right now, and then after that, as well as working on 1.9, they might start working on exclusives, which then work their way to the PC. And they could, start working on exclusives like that, but they've hinted they want to have all the stuff working on the same stuff at the same time. So they could have, console features which they work on first, and then we get them first, and then they come to PC later. That could be the way. But there'll also be PC features that do the same thing, so you could argue it's copying, or you could argue they're trying to get the stuff the same. Regardless, no matter how big this next update is, at some point in time, they will be copying console features because they are already copying Pocket Edition features, and the Pocket Edition is behind both the PC and the console edition. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Let's move on to the second one, which comes in from R. Davidonis, did I get that right? Who asks, #QnA, do you think 4J will add some features from 1.9, even though it's still in development? Thanks, and then the winking face, I see what you're doing there. So will they add features from 1.9? Probably, most likely not. 99% of the features from 1.9 won't be making it in there. The big reason for that is because most of us don't know about the 1.9 features. There's no playable version of 1.9. There's probably like an in-office beta, but there's no playable version for them to dissect and go through. And that means that if there's going to be any 1.9 features, it'll only be the small technical changes. Like, for instance, the fact that there's two boss bars, one for the Wither, one for the End Dragon, so you can play both at the same time. Something like that might be added, but any major feature like dual wielding, like the new quiver and stuff, I very, very much doubt that will be coming with it. But 1.9 could be coming out simultaneously with the PC's 1.9, so don't worry, if you're looking forward to your 1.9, it will be cool. But yeah, let's move on to our next question, which I realise now, going through this, came on from the same person who asked the first one. But it's an important question anyway, so I'll answer it anyway. And they asked, MAA Gaming that is, asks, will we have a biome shift in the next update? And if you're wondering what he means by biome shift, basically for the first few updates, since all the way up to like TU12 or TU14, every update the biomes would shift. So even though you can see right now I'm in this snow biome or whatever, or you can see there's ice around me and whatnot. Even though all of this stuff is true, this could be a desert biome in the game code. It's not in this example, but it could be a jungle underneath. And if you wonder what I mean by that, it means for instance that if I have a snow biome in my desert, it means that it would snow there. And biome shifting is something that happened because they used to have the biomes be based on the seed, and of course the biomes for the seed would change each update. However, with TU14, I believe they changed it, so it's based on your world, not your seed. And this means that your biomes will now stay in place ever since the update. So as long as you have a world from TU14 or onwards, no biome shifting should ever occur unless, there's a glitch on the console, in which case that would suck. But I can't imagine there will be a biome shift. Don't worry, your biomes are safe. Next question comes in from Cookie the Nut Gaming, who asks, #QnA, when's Minecraft Story Mode? It got announced ages ago and they haven't said anything else. When do you think it will come? Thanks, ToyCat, then the little square that I assume means like an emoji on the phones. I don't even know. But Minecraft Story Mode was announced last year, back when Microsoft took over Mojang, and they haven't really said too much, but they have said they're going to show it off at Minecon 2015. I'm going there, and I'll have like live news as it's filmed, hopefully. And basically, we'll hear something about it there. But what we do know is the first episode, because it's going to be like 6 episodes or so, will be releasing this year. I'll do a Let's Play when it comes out, and that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty good stuff all around, I think. So Minecraft Story Mode, first episode coming out late this year. It's all good. Next question is going to come in from Jerry Bush and John McCullen, who both ask about the release date of TU25. And this is a question I get so much on my channel, and I refrain from making a video on this like every 3 days or every week or every 2 weeks because, there's not too much solid information to work on. But tomorrow I'm going to I guess I'll work on this. I will make a TU25 release date prediction to tide people over, because it's something where you have to look at the trends, look at the time between updates. I like my release date prediction videos are usually ones people like because I try and be a bit more scientific than saying, okay, I've got a calendar here, I'm going to throw a dart. Oh, it looks like the update's coming out on July the 27th, in my opinion. So like, favorite, and subscribe. That's not what I like to do. I like to try and be a little bit more methodical, use knowledge, and get knowledge that hopefully you couldn't get from throwing a dart at a calendar. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in tomorrow's video, I guess. I should start working on that after I'm done with this one. But yeah, next question comes in from Joey the Jaguar, and they're a Jaguar clearly, and they're probably called Joey, but they ask a Q&A. In your mod video, you're saying only the next gen consoles will get mods. Will the last gen get the mods? And unfortunately, the answer to this question is last-gen consoles are almost impossible to mod to in the same way the next-gen ones were. So, Fallout 4, if you're wondering, is the first game doing this. I've done a whole video if you want to learn more about it. But basically, Fallout 4, you can have any mod from the PC on your Xbox One and then later the PS4. And the reason that this works is because of the fact that the PS4 and the Xbox One have very similar architectures to the PCs. They're basically just customized PCs that are much cheaper, but the same thing, basically. There's lots of other differences. But basically, it means they run very similar versions of the game. So any mod from the PC can be easily ported to the console. And that's simple, that's cool. I like the sound of that. But this wouldn't work on the last gen consoles because the PS3 uses a type of architecture used nowhere else, like, really in the world, and the Xbox 60 uses PowerPC, which is not used in any PC used today. So, unfortunately, Xbox One and PS4 will probably be the only ones that get mods, but don't worry, this is a year down the line. If you should get an Xbox One by then, I would imagine. You've got, like, a Christmas to ask, and a birthday or something, and plus, the consoles are going down in price all the time, so by the time mods come to, Minecraft mods anyway, come to the console, you should hopefully have a next-gen console, and if you don't, then we'll deal with the problem when we get to it. So, yeah, unfortunately, the last-gen consoles are just too, unsimilar to the PC, dissimilar to the PC, I guess. So yeah, next question comes in from Shaf Newaz, who asks, #Q&A, do you think that Mojang will make mods part of vanilla Minecraft? And this is a funny question, because they've done that quite a few times now. So, the pistons were a mod before they were part of Minecraft. The horses, they were a mod. That's why Mo Creature in the credits. There's loads of cool stories about mods that made their way into the full game. So yeah, they actually have already done it, and they probably will do it again. I imagine it'll happen a few more times in the future. If it's happened at least twice, it'll probably happen even more. Plus, there's all the ways that mods inspire the developers. I think mods are pretty cool in that way. And yeah, by the way, if you mean part of Minecraft, as in, like, built in, then yeah, mods as a modding API will be built in, and mods will come to console at some point. So I don't know if I answer your question. I answered two separate questions. Hopefully one of those was the question you actually wanted me to answer. Anyway, the next question comes from Thomas Torley. Oh, if you're wondering, by the way, I am building this massive wall all the way around my world, and in the next, in the next couple minutes, you'll see I actually finished the wall, and it's crazy. But yeah, or at least, I make it finish all the way around the world. It's not entirely done yet. But, yeah, next question comes in from Thomas Tooley, who asks, will there be fishing enchantments in the next big update? And the answer to this one is yes. There is going to be Lore and Luck of the Sea. Lore makes you fish fast, if I recall, and Luck of the Sea gives you better odds at the cost of, I think you get slightly better odds for junk as well as treasure. So yeah, two cool new fishing enchantments. I'll cover more about them when they're out, in case they work slightly differently on console. But yeah, that's the main thing right there. Next question comes in from Daniel Pennybaker, who asks, #Q&A, do you think over time Minecraft will become less and less popular to the time where they have to stop making updates? And the funny thing about this question is this is a scenario not just spoken about before. What he has said is as soon as Mojang becomes unprofitable, he's got 10 years worth of money sat there in the company to keep the company going. So he doesn't run Mojang anymore, and that could be a key part of that. But I still think we've got many, many years. Like, let's just say right now, at least 5 more years of Minecraft updates. Whether all of that goes to the console or not is beyond me. But I think years and years of Minecraft console updates are a guaranteed thing. You don't have to worry about them. They're definitely going to be a thing. And yeah, I'm excited personally anyway. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be like, oh, I didn't sell enough copies this month. No updates. Definitely not happening. Always going to get bigger until it doesn't in many years' time. Because Minecraft is one of those games that just bucks the trend and manages to be a massive game, despite the fact that it probably shouldn't be. Anyway, the next question comes in from iCommodai56, who asks, how many possible seeds is there for Minecraft consoles? Then he elaborates that he recently tried to load random worlds with different seeds, but they were exactly the same. And if that did happen to you, you are an amazingly lucky person. You probably accidentally loaded the same world twice, or maybe used the same world twice, same seed twice, sorry. Because the odds of this are if you use a word, if you write in something, It's 1 in 4 trillion. That's your odds of, getting the same world twice, basically, 1 in 4 trillion. But if you let the world generate itself, which I'll assume you did, the odds are even higher than that. You might figure they go down, but instead it's 18 quintillion separate different seeds. That means you literally have better odds of winning the lottery, like 4 times in a row. So yeah, if you did actually do that randomly, then maybe you should have entered the lottery 4 times in a row. So, yeah, either way, amazing number of seeds. 18 quintillion is just, it's beyond even comprehension. Like, can you think about what 18 quintillion, like, biscuits would look like? 18 quintillion, I don't know, cat toys, cats even. Like, 18 quintillion cats would, like, overrun the earth, and you'd have to make a cat pyramid. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy the video. I'm going to stop talking about cat pyramids. I hope you did like the video. If you did, please do like it and let me know. Share it if you really like it, and subscribe if you're new around here. Like I said, I will be doing a TU25 release date prediction tomorrow. So if you subscribe, you'll see that. And if you're subscribed already, you'll just see it tomorrow anyway. Thank you for watching. And also, I have started a Fallout New Vegas Let's Play on the second channel. It's IBX2Cat. You can probably search for that. And episode 2 goes up today, in case you want to... If you want to see Fallout, then that's the thing. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.